I spent 5 years getting my engineering degree, but I hated it, so I quit. Today, I run a $20,000 a month business on YouTube, and the crazy thing is that I do it with just 5,000 subscribers. So how is this even possible? Most people think you need millions of views, brand deals, or viral videos in order to make money on YouTube. But what if I told you I've done none of that ever, and I still was able to build a business that gave me freedom, purpose, and allowed me to do the things that I love. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I got started with YouTube and how I now built a 6-figure business so you can do the same thing even if you're just starting out or struggling to monetize your channel. Now, before I show you how I run my YouTube business, you might be thinking engineers make good money and they have a good career path. So why did you even quit? Well, the truth is I didn't technically start, and let me explain what I mean. After I got my engineering degree, I saw a lot of my friends, classmates getting high paying jobs in engineering in companies like Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, but I struggled to get a job, and eventually I just took the first job that I could, which was a low-paying customer service job. The only good thing was that it was remote, but other than that, I hated it. I felt micromanaged, stuck, unfulfilled, and the thought of working a corporate 9 to 5 in my mid-20s until I retired was something that scared me. Now, because of this, instead of finding an engineering job, what I decided is that I wanted to start a business, and after trying a bunch of different business models, eventually in March 2024, I decided to quit my job, go all in, and build a YouTube business. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How the hell did you do this, scale to $20,000 a month so quickly? And how can I do the same thing and build a business on YouTube that brings me freedom? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reveal the actual channel that I do this with. But before I do that, I wanna share the 3 principles that I follow so you understand why this works. And then you can do this the same thing in your business. Now, it all starts with the type of content that you make. Have you noticed how there's a lot of creators that get millions of views but struggle to make money online? I saw this video of a creator that had like 100,000 subs, and she was saying how it was very hard for her to even get to $10,000 a month. And from the outside, it was kind of crazy because I got my first $10,000 a month on YouTube when I only had 1,300 subscribers. Here's the thing, the mistake that I see a lot of creators and businesses on YouTube do is that they emphasize too much on thumbnails and storytelling. And don't get me wrong, like, those things are very important and are going to get you more views. But what if instead of getting views, your goal is to build an actual business? Think about a heart surgeon. They make a lot of money, and it's not so much that they get millions of patients, but it's they get a few of the right ones. And I think the same way about YouTube. The way that I see YouTube is that you want to make sure that you solve a specific problem for a specific type of audience or avatar. That way you don't need to get like millions of views, and the views that you do get are from people that are looking for a specific solution, and it's more likely that those people become buyers of whatever product or service you offer. Now you might be thinking, this is cool, but what does this actually look like? So when I quit my job, I was already trying to build a web design agency. So in other words, I had a skill of building websites where businesses or other people in the market already pay money for. This is not just to say that it only works with web design. If you're not a web designer, no worries. If you have a skill or offer a product, a service as an accountant, lawyer, coach, consultant, or even a brand, this is something that is going to definitely work with you as well. Now, of course, in my case, I make videos about web design, and I make these videos not to get views, but to get actual clients. So think about this scenario. Let's say that I post a video and it only gets 1,000 views. If I rely on AdSense or sponsorship, this is going to be very bad. And maybe from AdSense, I might just make like $10. And this sucks. This is terrible. But what if I told you that out of those 1,000 people, I got 3 people that were watching the video that were businesses looking for a website to work with me, and I get them to buy a $3,000 website. All of a sudden, that video that seemed like, oh, it flopped, brought me $9,000 in revenue. So now you see how views don't really actually matter if you want to make money. What matters more is the type of content that you make and how you position yourself as somebody that can solve a problem for a specific type of person. And the thing is, like, once I understood this, my entire YouTube perspective completely changed. And that is why the first lesson is that you want to build a business on YouTube that gets you paid to solve a problem and not paid to get views. Now here's the thing that most creators miss as well. Have you ever posted a video, like you put a lot of effort, spend a lot of time editing or scripting it, whatever it may be, you post it, it doesn't get any views, it flops, and you didn't think that it became irrelevant? If so, the reason why, or why this used to happen as well, the reason why is because we tend to think as videos as like an individual, like a standalone piece of media. But what if I told you that instead you want to treat it like a long-term asset that is part of a bigger ecosystem? Think about if in your channel, your ideal prospect goes and watch one of your videos. After that video, they find it so valuable, they liked you, and they go to your channel and then watch a few other videos as well. From here, after watching hours of your content, they decide that they can trust you and they decide to buy your product or service. You can see now how a video is not just a standalone piece of content or media, but it's now part of an ecosystem that when a client comes, they watch a few of your videos, they all of a sudden trust you and then get compelled to buy your product, your service, work with you, whatever it may be. So the magic here is that content compounds. Every video doesn't need to go viral, but it just needs to attract the right type of audience and then get this audience to trust you with your content. That is why the second key or principle that I followed is that treat every video like it's an asset, part of an ecosystem, not as a standalone piece of content. Now, even if you attract the right people, a mistake that I see a lot of creators do is that they can't seem to turn those viewers into paying customers. And that is why the right type of views alone is not going to help you build a business. So how do we actually get this right? So here's the secret. Of course, you make content that attracts your ideal prospects. You educate them, show a problem to them, present a solution. But here's the key. Your product, your service, whatever it is that you sell to them needs to feel like the next natural step for them to take after they consume your content. So in my case, I made a bunch of videos about showing the problems that small business owners make on their websites. And then the next natural step that I had for them was they could either buy my ready to go website templates or hire me and I would just build them a high ticket website from scratch. The reason why this works is after your ideal prospect watches your content, it's more likely that they trust you. And at this point, it's going to be easier for them to buy the next thing if it helps them solve more of the problems that you've already solved for them, or if it solves the same problem in a way that's faster, better, easier, with less effort on their part, with less risk on their part. So that is why the type of offer or thing that you present to your clients complemented with your videos is so important. So there you have it. That's third key. You want to make sure that you have a system that converts a viewer into a paying customer. And part of it is having a offer that naturally complements your content. So there you have it. Those are the three keys. And if you remember earlier in this video, I told you that I was going to reveal the exact channel that I do this with. And it's this channel right here, Rico GHL. You see I have 7 videos. But what's crazy is that I was still able to build a 6-figure business with this channel on YouTube. So there you have it. That is why I quit engineering, how I got started with YouTube, and the 3 principles that I followed that allow me to build a 6-figure business. If you want to learn more about exactly how I did this, you can watch this video right here. It's a step-by-step blueprint, and that way you'll be able to do the same thing and build a YouTube business that brings you freedom and money.